and start clapping. Louder.
Thank you.
Louder. Thank you. Hey! Welcome back to Table Talk, the show where we answer your questions, topics. God.
You know, everybody clapping here and we know them. And you know moments before, they were told to clap. I don't know if you can tell.
Shh.
Behind the scenes, live studio audience.
Don't tell anybody. Guys, welcome to Table Talk, the show where we answer your questions and topics you send us on Twitter using the hashtag Table Talk on reddit.com/r/SourceFed and in the comments of previous Table Talk videos. Today on the show, I have Mr. William Haynes from People Be Like and SourceFed.
Yay!
People weren't prepared to clap. It was just Andres and Sophia gave me 3 claps. That doesn't count. And our special guest of today is Miss Whitney Moore. Whitney, how are you? You gave a big clap for Whitney, huh?
Suck it, Will.
Whitney's been on SourceFed Nerd and SourceFed before. We love her over here. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, just doing the acting thing, and I have a show for a website called Metal Sucks about metal music. Comes out every other Wednesday.
Wait, do you mean that?
No, it's like metal, people who like metal also really like making fun of metal, and so I think it's like insider
Your
humor,
favorite.
you know?
Yeah.
And I have a comic book show on Geek and Sundry on Twitch, which is real fun. We read out loud superhero scripts.
Oh, did Steve go on and read the Green Lantern?
It was super fun. They did the Jack Black Green Lantern movie, which was just so racist.
Wait, that was a thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
To whom?
yes. Oh,
Everyone. It's like the most offensive because it was not supposed to be a Green Lantern movie. It was supposed to be a Jack Black movie, and so it was just like everything terrible. Let's throw it at the wall.
doesn't he, like, at some point in the movie, he makes, like, he pushes the Earth out of the way, fucks up everything, and doesn't he make a Superman with his Green Lantern
He makes
ring?
a Superman. There's the canon for Green Lantern is all over the place.
Yeah.
He also makes a big dick.
course.
And he makes a lot with his Green Lantern ring.
That would have been
fantastic.
incredible. If like the whole movie he was like, oh, I don't know how to beat the bad guy. I don't know how to beat the bad guy. Oh, make Superman.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It's pretty good.
I wish I saw that
Steve
movie.
killed it
Yeah.
as a Jack Black. Yeah, it was
Steve's
great.
a talented boy. Really
Yeah.
quick, we do a rock, paper, scissors on 3. Ready? On 3, do you, whatever. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm so
Anybody
bad.
keeping track? Whitney goes first. There you go, there you go.
I just want to, just one moment, I just want to say that I believe I have figured out rock, paper, scissors. I would like to play both of you and win immediately.
Okay,
you
ready?
first, Sam. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and
go.
then go.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Are you trying to predict what he's doing?
Yes.
Wait, I know this article and I completely forgot everything it taught me.
Wait, no.
One,
1, 2, 3,
shoot.
and then go.
Gotcha.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my god. We'll use your powers.
Demon!
We'll use your powers for good.
I'll go to the countries and be like, hey, Russia, don't build bombs. If I win, you gotta give us all the bomb shit. And
then you do it, and then everybody's freaking out.
And then Vladimir Putin sends an arrow through my heart.
It happened. I would like you to go to Vegas, and I would like you to open up like a tournament, and it's just you're the guy. Like you got your glasses on, you've got like a white studded suit, like it's gotta like shine from every angle the lights are hitting you, and then you just like you will always win, and no one can figure out why you can, but you got like a.
You should take this on the road. Become a carny.
Exactly. I'm trying to be like the Backstreet Boys, but for rock, paper, scissors.
Wow,
Damn.
that's
Don't
not
you
a
need like
cornered
a crew?
market.
Yeah. No, my crew are my hands. So like, and I always wear gloves until I play.
When you go to
Full silver gloves. So time to play. Okay.
Did you guys see his hands? Did anyone see his hands?
Nuh-uh.
No, we weren't close enough. We couldn't see his hands.
They're too fast.
You won't allow people to shake your hand anymore.
No,
It's
no,
like,
no. Ooh,
no.
that's property. I heard once that like Rihanna's legs are like insured for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Same thing with my rock, paper,
How do you
scissors.
draft
hands.
that? How do you draft that contract to somebody? You're like, I would like to insure my feet.
Yeah. When they
my
make you a
hair.
lot of
If
money.
you had a good score on WikiFeet, then you could insure your.
That's a nightmare of a website
That's
to go to.
totally a real thing too.
I have a terrible score on it.
Oh.
Just know.
Go find out
Okay.
yours.
On Twitter, Alyssa at Liss621 says, at Sam Bashor, would you rather be able to breathe underwater or breathe in space without a helmet?
I asked you guys for questions, by the way. It's not just for me. Breathe. Okay, so breathe underwater. Oh, if you could breathe underwater or breathe in the vacuum of space.
Okay. if I'm in space and I can breathe, I mean, my head's still gonna explode, right?
Nah,
No.
in this you
Oh, in this-
don't.
This is, yeah.
Oh
could
wait,
just
you
be-
have a completely good point. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Would you be crushed by the pressure of being
Okay.
in space?
You'd actually explode.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
even say,
Yeah,
let's
other
even
way.
say I could just survive in space.
There you go.
So now I'm in space and I'm floating.
You're not Superman. You can't propel yourself anywhere.
And there's nothing for miles.
There's nothing.
Light years.
At least 10 miles.
At least 10 miles.
She's got a point. And within 10 miles, you can
Yeah.
find something pretty big.
Yeah. I don't think I want to be in space.
Uh-huh.
I always think about that scene in Iron Man 1 where he's like flying up and he's like, oh yeah, it's cold. Yeah, and then he falls down. I don't think they
But you could take a deep breath right before your whole body froze solid. Or you're, oh my God, did you guys ever see that movie when we were kids? It's a mission to Mars, I think that's what it is. And they're heading to Mars, and who's the scary looking blue-eyed actor? His name is Timothy... Steve Buscemi. Close.
Really?
Timothy. Yeah, I don't remember, but he gets too far away from the ship and they try to tether him, they miss him. So he's like, either I fall to Mars and burn to death, or I can just open my suit right now and die. So he opens his suit slowly and then he turns to like a crystal. And I'm like,
Whoa.
wait, I missed the part. It doesn't happen gradually, it just like they cut away and they cut back and he's like a styrofoam him floating down to Mars.
So it's a romantic comedy.
Yes, it is. At the
Cool.
very end, I believe the lead actor gets into some kind of alien egg and flies off.
Why is it even
Hot.
possible for him? Why is it possible for him to open up the suit by himself? Like,
Right.
I feel like that would be an accident. Like, you're out there trying to check your phone, and you're like, oh, I opened my suit.
They brought a GoPro out of the ISS and they just let it go and they're like, look at it. Look, they're
Really?
filming. I'm like, what was the plan if
that
you let
real?
go? Yeah, it's real. You can look up the footage, like GoPro space footage. It's dope. What would you guys
Features
do?
now.
I would pick... water, because you pointed out the biggest flaw of this
Yeah,
entire thing, that
yeah.
you die. You would die if you went to the bottom
And
of
even-
the ocean, too.
Even if we're saying, like, you'll survive, I still don't want to float in space unless I'm like, oh, God, I'm done with all this work shit. Then I'll totally go and fly in space for, like, a couple years and just... Yeah, there's this one movie, actually, I'm not going to say which movie it is because it's a spoiler, but in the movie, the character is, like, lives forever and then he floats into space and then nothing happens. So, and it's actually really
Just
sad.
boring as shit.
What? Okay, that movie sounds kind of
It's actually
interesting.
very good.
I'll ask you after.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
And you guys are all going to speculate in the comments down below. What would you do?
I'm gonna say that even if we like all of these rules were negated and we could stay warm and propel ourselves, just based on the fact that it's a lot easier for me to get underwater than it would be in space. I don't have access to that kind of money. I can't get on a jet and just go to space, but I
Yeah.
could go to the beach in Santa Monica and swim around and
Yeah.
make animal friends.
If I came to your house one
Many
day...
animal friends, yes.
If I showed up to your house one day and I was like, "Hey, Whitney," and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna shoot you right now unless you get into space," you couldn't even do it.
I mean, yeah, it's true.
Like,
Wait,
even if
she
you
has
tried
the
your
space
best,
breathing
Like-
ability?
Yeah.
She's like, I got...
like just physically get into space.
I-
None of us have that power.
how far you would get, because NASA's here in LA. I wonder how far
Is
you
there?
would get.
There's a JPL,
NASA.
yeah.
I wonder how far you would get if you tried, because you could like maybe fudge your way through like the space camp, the training thing, and be like, yeah, I'm totally competent to do this. And then what? Then
Yeah.
you are an astronaut and
Yeah.
that's your life? That's too much responsibility.
I
I'll
met
just go to the beach.
I met an astronaut at this like press event for The Martian, and the dude is smarter than everyone I've ever met combined, and he's got a better body than everybody.
Really?
I'm getting sad about it. No, I'm like, that's not probable. You're impossible to exist. Like that,
Yeah.
you are that good looking and that good of shape, and you're this smart. But also, but think of how like of a hot a commodity you'd be if you went like, hey, watch, suck all the oxygen out of this room, and they're like, what? It's like, just do it, and you're like,
Look
at me.
I'm still with me. I want me and Whitney. I got a gun to Whitney's head, and we show up at NASA, and she's like, "Hey,
I gotta.
gotta
Sorry,
get in
this guy's
space."
gonna kill me if you don't put me in space right now.
what do they do?"
Sorry.
They'd probably be like, "Nah."
They'd
You're
have some
not
kind of
worth
a rover would
It's-
come out and get
Yeah.
you. Mind if you grab a
also,
question?
with ocean, it'd just be cool. I love snorkeling. I want to ride a dolphin underwater or like.
You know how much
Yeah.
shit can
Sea
kill you down
turtle.
there? There's so
So
much
much.
kill you shit in the
Think
ocean.
about really quick. There's a lot of kill you shit in the ocean, but think about this: in space, there's just little particles that's flying at like the speed of light, and like if you get in the way of that, it just blows right through your brain, and
true.
you're like, Well, I'm dead.
Also,
Yeah.
you know what space doesn't
And
have?
radiation.
What?
Buried treasure.
There's that.
True that.
Except for Treasure Planet.
Except for Treasure Planet.
I'm pretty sure in the future, though, I've always thought that we're gonna run out of trash space on Earth, and then we're just gonna put it in space.
That's a horrible idea, though.
Probably.
It's
It's gonna come right back down.
No, but it's like people are always like, yeah, throw it in space or throw it in a volcano. It's like, no, but those are all resources that we used and wasted. You need to figure out a way to use them again or you run out.
Tell me how you use volcano.
You put it in you bring
Tell me
it.
Fuck it, let's start doing that.
Sacrifice.
All the trash. Whitney, you use a volcano on the way here today?
I use my local volcano.
Oh,
actually,
okay.
the Silver Lake volcano.
I understand.
It's a good one.
Oh, I got a question.
Can I launch this?
Oh yes, please.
yeah.
Go ahead.
This thing is different.
Oh, it's got a
just
little
painted.
paint
Who
job.
painted it?
It's just painted. We don't know how to make that.
Somebody.
It looks nice.
Thank you.
I like the color
I'll take
scheme.
credit.
Okay.
Aim for your camera right there.
Okay.
Steve Corona says, you have to turn into an animal every full moon. Werewolf style.
Not even close. I almost hit you. Sorry.
You have to turn into an animal every full moon. Werewolf style. Which animal do you turn into?
I know.
Ooh, and you do? Well, that was quick.
So
What do you? Yeah.
I'd be a rich family's dog.
That's living better than some people
That's
in the
really
hood.
smart. So wait, how do you is it a friend? Like you have like a rich friend and you're like, mind if I is it cool if I crash here? I'm just waiting for an Uber and then the moon comes out and you're like,
Yeah.
did he leave? And like there's the dog's back, I guess. He disappeared for a few months.
You're right.
Yeah.
Because no one would ever like kick a corgi out their house.
No.
No.
Corgis are cute and sweet.
Yeah.
Little sausages
Oh
running
my
around.
God. I'd be just somebody's little pup for a night. I would actually prefer that to being a real life human. I want to be somebody's, just a rich family's dog.
There's like 30, 31 days in a month. At least 2 of them, I'm like, shit, being a dog would be way better. At least 2 of them.
But I'd be
At
sad.
least
You have to have
7
a
for me,
mind of a dog,
ladies.
though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, do I have a mind? No. Oh, so when you turn into a werewolf in mythology, don't you like lose your mind and start like killing Harry Potter and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So-
is the myth.
Yeah. So like, I'm still myself in this animal's body?
No, yeah, if it's werewolf style, then you got nothing.
Shit, I'm gonna be like.
I'd do a marine animal.
Oh.
How cool would that be?
But what if you're just
Or
in the
bird.
living room? What if you're in the living room?
Aim for the bath. Aim for the bath. Turn into but you'd know when if you had this schedule, you'd be like, and you wake up the next day with like turtle bite marks in your couch. You're like, I think maybe I'll film it next time. And then you're like, oh, I turn into a turtle every time it's a full moon. Okay, I'll do it at the beach next time.
Sam, I think that you are underestimating how inconvenient it would be for you to have to drive to the beach like twice a month.
You know how hard it is to get to Santa Monica?
You don't want that.
Imagine trying to drive to Santa Monica right now. You wouldn't.
No, but I got a couple hours
You'd
before
be
it's
like,
a full moon.
there's a
True.
sink.
I'll go in.
I don't know what I want.
But I'm a full-grown stingray, and I'm just like
Like a beluga whale.
in the
I'm
thing.
trying to think of what I want to be. I want to be something so. What's like an animal that's not ugly, but also people leave it alone. Like all the cute animals
Like a
be
moose?
like.
Yeah.
I saw an
Moose
albino
would go.
moose on the
I saw
internet.
that too. It was so sick.
Yeah.
That'd be terrifying if it was snowing.
I thought that they were the size of like dogs. I thought that
Ooh,
moose
no.
were until very recently.
Really? That's a walking
I've never
minivan.
I'm from California.
Me
I've never
too.
seen a moose. And my dude is from Canada, and so he was like, "No, let me set you straight. Mooses are the size of fucking cars.
Yeah,
They are
yeah.
big.
A moose or a meese? A
Moose.
A moose will fuck your car up.
Oh, you've seen that
my-
Mythbusters, right? Where
No.
they made one out of rubber, and they're like, this is what happens when you hit it. Like, the legs were like 2x4, so they fly away. All it was gonna experience was like the full weight of a moose hitting your sedan. And when it did, you ever seen when in cartoons when they roll back tuna cans? That's the car. The whole fucking car is
Really?
in the trunk.
Wait,
Yeah.
they made a 2-scale rubber moose?
Yes, it was.
Where is that now?
Right? Oh,
I need-
have you ever
Where's
seen
all
their,
the
like,
stuff from Mythbusters?
Have you ever seen the episode of Mythbusters where they go to Adam Savage's house?
No.
He's got everything he's ever made in his house.
Yeah, he's
So
got a
moose
workshop in
somewhere.
San Francisco. I got to go visit it a couple years ago.
Oh, a little
Yeah.
name drop.
Tried, yeah. We're buddies.
Yeah.
He's my friend.
Uh-huh.
He has like a workshop that has like all of his weird guns and like
Oh, shit.
like
That's so
Rocketeer
cool.
helmets and stuff. It was
Really?
awesome.
I think I want to get a gun because I'm definitely the type of person to not have one. Like, no one would ever suspect me to have a gun, but I'm just bring people over. I'm
Yeah,
be like,
that's what you want to shock people with.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I actually have like a record collection. And I got a gun. I
Yeah.
got, actually some old sausages.
Never
that
mind
I got
that you
from, like,
turn into a
France.
moose.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
As well
You're
as
an
that.
armed moose.
This is how I want it to go. I'm not gonna ever hold the gun. I will never even touch my gun. I'm just be like, hey, I'm gonna have a big house and I'm gonna have a room, nothing in it, just a gun on the floor. And I'm just open the door and be like, mess up.
On the floor?
Who are you talking to?
Just my friends. My friends. If you're in my house, I really trust you, and the people that you really trust can really hurt you. So that's why.
That is so fucked up.
Just take them to the gun room, and they will never, ever.
So it's
Ever.
like, all I imagine is like a hardwood room floor, and in the middle is like a pistol on its side. Like you,
And not
like
even
you
straight.
tossed it in after you used it last. Like
Exactly.
and there's stray bullets everywhere. They're not used. They're just everywhere. Like if you gotta
On the
get
ground.
it. Yeah.
Piles.
Actually, we're thinking about that. If you turn into your animal, you pick moose,
Yeah, albino moose.
albino moose. What was yours?
Rich family's
Rich
dog.
family's dog. I'll pick a dolphin. Okay. What is your weapon to kill you? Because with a werewolf, you have to have a silver bullet.
yeah.
Oh.
What's your weapon to kill your werewolf?
Vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum, like it has to get you, or does it just need to be on?
It just needs to like touch the tip of my paws.
Or can you
'cause that's
be
so
like,
scary for dogs.
Yes, it
and then you
is.
just, or do you get sucked up into it like a Ghostbuster vacuum? shot back?
That way is sillier, so I choose that.
Yeah, they suck you up in there, and like the next day, if you happen to like your human body like turns back and you burst out of the. Ooh, that's
As
fucked
a
up.
albino moose, my weakness, all you gotta do is put anything from Urban Outfitters on me. That's it. And then like I'm like don't and I got Urban Outfitters clothes.
You do.
So like when I turn into my moose form in the
Better
house,
pre-plan.
keep me. Like keep,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't throw none of those books that are like 10 ways to do some bullshit. Don't do that.
Well, I love the picture that you painted of how you treat your friends in this hypothetical situation where you're just like, you invite them over and then dare them to piss you off. Yeah. Shoot them, hypothetically, I
mean,
guess.
Or just threaten them. Like you walk, like you take a studio tour and you open up the door and there's a bullet, like
Just
a gun
so
on
you
the
know.
ground.
Like I told
I
you,
got this.
I swear to you, I will never touch this gun. But I'm gonna let you know, fuck up, and I got one.
My God.
And hold on one second. I fucking have a gun in a room in my house.
Yeah, you want to be his buddy.
Yeah. Will sounds like a great guy to hang out with when you get all your money. It'll be
Yeah.
fun. You'll be a blast.
That's just one of the rooms. You know how the White House has a bunch of rooms in it and every president leaves a room? The gun room.
Single gun.
If you were president, you'd have the one room in the White House just with a
Yeah.
pistol. I would say any kind of pastry you can get at a gas station. Anything like that, and you get it near my dolphin self,
Is that your
I'm out.
weakness?
Do we have to put it in the
hole?
yeah. There you go. Gotta put a Twinkie right
In
there.
your
Hard part.
air hole?
Yeah, little blowhole.
Do you remember those movies about like the leprechaun that kills people?
Leprechaun, yeah.
Why did that just remind me of that?
I don't know,
but
man.
did you guys know that dolphins have blowhole sex?
Really?
What
Yeah.
the fuck? A
It's
blowjob?
true. There's a great series called Green
Why are you so
Porno.
like proud of that?
Yeah.
yeah.
This girl, this Broadway actress makes these really elaborate construction paper sets and costumes, and she describes how animals fuck.
Oral sex.
And the dolphin one is great. It's very informative.
Yo, she needs
silly.
a new hobby.
Reading recommendation.
It's great.
You know she's dreamt about that shit too.
Oh.
I know I'm about to hit this lens. I don't think I might have done it
balling
once.
it up makes it better.
Yeah, definitely. You got a little.
Girl, it's aerodynamics.
Oh, yeah.
You did hit the light.
You hit something.
I knew
Man.
I was hitting something.
Yeah, you hit something. And with the last little quick question of the day, JC Crawling on Twitter writes, if you were to modify any creature, real or unreal, how would you modify it? What would you do to any animal to make it a little bit better? A little bit better. If you were to like take a
I'd put
like a Shih
wheels on a
Tzu.
sloth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wheels?
Wheels.
They came out of the womb with wheels.
I put wheels on pretty much any animal, actually.
Like if
Wheels?
Yeah. I was thinking this. I would say I'd
Wheels.
put wings on any animal. I know that
That's
there's
good.
some scary ones. Like if you put wings on a snake, like that's not gonna be
not
good.
cool.
You ever seen the show Life before? The animal show?
Yeah.
I think you have. There's
Yeah.
an episode about flying fish, which I don't know if you knew was possible.
Yeah.
And it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
That's so
Really?
cool. They
So,
jump
yeah.
out and they just like soar for like a minute or two, and then they go back under.
It's just like it's
To make it easier for the pelicans?
I guess so, yeah.
well, yeah, what?
I think they get
What's the
bugs. I think they
advantage?
get the
Bugs?
bugs out of the
Oh.
air.
How
yeah.
much would, okay, is a shitty life to be a fish that needed to evolve to have wings so it can eat bugs out of the sky.
Yeah.
That
to breathe
sucks.
water.
Like,
Still needs to breathe water.
what would humans even do if we had wings? I know nothing interesting.
It'd be exercise.
No,
It
we'd be
would.
so lazy.
Yeah, it would be exercise.
You'd have to get your, like, you know, family's like, we're gonna go on a family jog, and like, that's like, my boring ass family would do that. Like, but you'd be like, we're gonna go for a quick fly by down to the ice cream shop or something like that, and they're like, oh, Mom, I don't wanna. We'd be so lazy, and like, it's like we could fly.
We wouldn't use it. I guarantee we would not use it.
Unless they put Starbucks in a cloud. If there was a cloud Starbucks, I would go all the time.
That sounds cool.
I'd be Snapchatting that shit, like, look where I am. They'd have a little geotag and they'd have wings on it, and then they could be on you, and you'd be like, oh. I mean, yeah.
Here's the question, would our wings be like flesh, like bat wings? Or would they have hair on it? Like,
no,
would it be covered in your hair?
Oh my God, you just changed that so much. You know bat wings?
No.
And it's like, we got like hands like this.
If we got wings, we gotta have a set of arms too. We have to have arms and wings, because bats are fucked. They have just the little stubby little fingers that come out and grab shit.
Like-
Bats are gross.
I think they're cute.
I put wings. I think they're
At
cute,
the same
though.
time, I think so
Gross
too.
and cute, like pugs.
I love pugs.
Sloths.
Sloths kind of creep me out.
I don't want to. Oh my
God, I met a
didn't-
sloth last week.
What does it smell like? Is it gross?
No, it was from a wildlife preservation, so it was fine. But they are surprisingly soft.
Oh.
You think that they're wiry, but he was just like munching on his sweet potato.
I heard they will
Doesn't wear
switch on you
claws?
though. I heard that sloths will switch on you though. Like they actually
fuck
are
you up.
dangerous animals. Yeah.
I mean, it's
okay.
probably easier to like get your hand out of there before it chomps down. He's like,
If you were too slow for this, you are gonna.
You deserved
But
it.
is it sloths that are the animals that end up killing themselves because they swing from trees, but they're so dumb they grab their own arm and they're like, oh.
Yeah, and then
they die.
Yeah, they hit the floor.
Yeah.
All right, I say wings. What do you say?
wheels.
I
on
want a
any
turtle to
animal.
come out of a shell, and it's got like
And
a
it's
set of
wheels?
like
Dude,
Toyota
it'd be
wheels.
so rad. Okay, snake, you were saying, is shittier with wings, but a snake on wheels is hilarious.
Oh, hell no. They'd be so fast. Snakes are already too fast and too alive all the time. So with added wheels to them, hell no. Mine would be, like, we're adding something, right?
Oh, you're adding something.
Is it to humans or animals?
All animals.
Animals.
Damn. If it was humans, I'd add zipper pockets to our real body
Oh,
person.
that's so gross.
But since I can't have
That's
zipper
so
pockets, and
gross.
since Sophia gave me that face, I'm just saying turtle shells.
Wait, we have turtle
Yeah,
shells?
but you could take them off.
Oh, okay. If I want to take a nap.
So you would
Yeah.
like tuck yourself into it?
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, you guys are on some bullshit. Goodbye.
There have been so many times I've been at a party and just been like, I wish I could just crawl up inside myself right now.
And then disappear.
Not in like a gross way, but like.
When I was a young kid, I would like, you bring your knees up and then you put your shirt over your knees and then you get inside of your shirt and you do that. And I started doing that when I got older and they're like, you're being rude. I'm like, fuck off. I want to
This is
be
a
in
nice
my little
dinner,
shell.
Sam.
Yeah.
I
This is a wedding. Get out of there. Stop it. Get out.
I can't be stretching my clothes these days. I used to do that when I was a kid.
Yeah. I would say turtle shell's pretty cool because I would do that. Also, like, these are durable, right? Like,
Yeah.
these are real durable.
You could put other shit, like you could put your laptop in there. That's cool.
You could have
Yeah.
a phone charger in there, like a solar
Yeah.
panel on the
Yeah.
front. I would like jump. Okay, this is in complete safety if this thing is durable enough. And I'm thinking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles physics. I'll get in there and then try to jump into traffic to see if I could bounce around like a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
Here's the warning. Don't do that.
Don't
Just
do it.
saying. Don't
Yeah,
do
when
that.
you get your shell, please.
You
Don't
grow
jump
into
into
your shell.
traffic until
Don't-
you're 18.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And then you're mature enough for that kind of challenge.
In this world, if you're born with a red shell, if you throw it, it'll hit whoever you want.
That's the lesson
Yeah.
of today's video. Moving into everyone's favorite last segment of this show, where we talk about what did we learn, our takeaways. Owen, he's gonna come in and set something up real quick, and Owen got a nice haircut.
Owen needs like a nickname. Like you need like a middle name.
They don't stick. They don't stick. But with that, like, start thinking of your questions, thinking of what you've taken away from this episode. Well, I gotta tell you guys a quick story. Over the weekend, I went to the beach, and I thought I was gonna have a great old time with my best friend, Sophia. And we were laying out, having a great time. I took a quick nap. Woke up, my legs turned into lobster legs. Then I tried to put on a pair of jeans, and I started bawling. I haven't cried in months, and this has pushed me to the point of tears. I couldn't walk around. I couldn't get up from bed. I couldn't do anything. All I did all day was take a butter knife and some aloe and smear it all over my legs. That's my takeaway.
You ordered a pizza too.
I did order pizza. Thank you.
You
Did
know
you
what?
find the pizza?
No, Darren got the call that like they were trying to get into the building
Yeah.
on his phone. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, he's getting pizza now, isn't he?
In terms of like human
no, you're
modifications, why not just make our skin more durable and less
yeah.
susceptible to being
We
burned?
could never
Wait,
get
say it,
stabbed.
say it, ready. Hit it. Hold on. And with that, say what you just said to the camera right there.
What I learned today is that the best human modification would be to make your skin more durable and less susceptible to burns. Also, don't try to feed any dolphins pastries of any kind ever, unless you don't like dolphins. The end.
Your turn. Kids, no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you can't get into space. You don't have enough money. You're not a 1%er. There are so many people so rich they can go to space whenever they want, but you can't, because you're broke.
That's beautiful.
This is nice.
And lastly, from me, I would just like to say that if animals were born with wheels, I wouldn't be okay around them. Zoos would be very strange. You could set up Hot Wheel tracks for the animals.
Oh my god, now I want that so bad.
That's it. Guys, thank you so much for watching Table Talk. Owen, thank you. And there he goes. There's the charm. There's the charm. Guys, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
Be sure to send us your questions on Twitter using the hashtag TableTalk or on reddit.com/r/SourceFed or in the comment section of this video. We're pulling from there now. Whitney, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Whitney Moore, like my name, but
Nice.
with the word tweet in it. And on metalsucks.net every other Wednesday.
Nice.
All right.
Well, where can I
Go
find you?
find me on People Be Like, youtube.com/People Be Like. Subscribe to that channel or listen to the She Didn't Text Back podcast. You know, sometimes I feel like my father doesn't love me anymore because he doesn't call, but that's about it.
That's a sample of what you can find on his platforms. And guys, I spent too much money on a bathtub that I can't install in my home, so I made a show about it. Go ahead and Google Sam Bashor and you can find me in a bathtub. And watch me there. Whitney, if you wouldn't mind, this is a new guest book that we have on the show. And we have all of the
What the
guests.
fuck?
Oh,
Is it,
yeah.
Is it a T for table?
Oh, there's a chance.
I would have
Or is
never.
I
it a
didn't
T
set
for
up
talk?
this.
You're at SourceFed. Titty thumbnails.
But guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you send us your questions, doing whatever the thing, like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do you need a thumbnail?
Hello, I'm Gregory! And welcome to the Idiom's Guide.
A bear did that? Smell it. Bear.
It's a bear.